Strap on your nostalgia goggles and head back to the year 1985 with the Nintendo Entertainment System, the latest from the LEGO Super Mario line. My name is Brian Saviano, here for Beyond the Brick. It is set number 71374. It has 2,646 pieces and retails for $230 in the US. It comes with the CRT, the stand, the NES console itself, the controller, and the Super Mario Bros. Cartridge, all of which is so incredibly iconic to pop culture and video game culture as a whole, and it just looks absolutely beautiful. The main purpose of this video is to go into what the difference is between the LEGO NES and the original NES that came out way back in the day. The NES console itself is built incredibly beautifully. The entire build process for really this entire set was pretty amazing, and there was nothing repetitive or dull about the building of the Nintendo Entertainment System because of the mechanism on the inside, the colors that are used to give it a lot of variety, and the building techniques that were used. It was a pretty fun build overall. The impressive notes here are the way that the console loads up the cartridge. So it's just exactly as it was on the original NES console. So when you input the Super Mario Bros. Cartridge or your own custom cartridge of your choosing, and you click it right down, it pops right in just like as the initial cartridge did. It works seamlessly, and I was so amazed with how that whole system works that I took pictures in between me building just so I could show you, because you can't appreciate it just from looking at it on the outside. Everything you see in this set is printed except for two stickers that are on the Super Mario Bros. Cartridge and the back of the TV, which that information is also one big sticker. So the Nintendo Entertainment System, the power and reset buttons, all of everything else in the set is a printed piece. So keep that in mind as you're looking at everything around here. Now, there is a secret on the right-hand side of the console where you input the controller. I will not be showing this here because I want you to experience it for yourself. All I'll say is that if you are a fan of Super Mario Bros., you should know what is under that section of the hood, and I'll let you discover it for yourself. All of the ports are where they need to be. The only thing that doesn't work functionally with the NES console in LEGO form are the power and reset buttons. If you really wanted to, you could make yourself a power cable and AV cables if you really wanted to, and somehow connect that to the TV. They did leave a lot of room there for a lot of customization options, so that's great. And you know, the NES console is great, but it's not functional unless you have the controller. And the controller fares pretty well to its older counterpart. Now, none of the buttons on the LEGO NES work in any capacity, so when you're comparing the two, you can not only appreciate what the LEGO version of the NES controller has packed into it, but also just how faithful it is to its older counterpart. It's pretty much one-to-one scale. The original NES controller is a smidge bit bigger, but otherwise it's pretty one-to-one. The B and the A buttons are pretty large, and they're a lot larger than the original console, but other than that, it looks pretty good. And yes, it does plug into player slot 1 or 2. There's still some room in there if you wanted to make your own custom light gun. That'd be pretty cool. So you have your console controller, but of course you need the game. And the cartridge is considerably smaller than a traditional NES cartridge, but that is to be expected. It's pretty well in proportion with the NES itself though. The sticker detail is really incredible. The only differences with the LEGO and the original are that the Nintendo logo on there is slightly different in terms of the coloring. The LEGO sticker looks a bit more saturated, obviously because this is not 35 years old like the NES is. And also it's a two-part sticker, so that way the pieces don't overlap. And now that you have your console, controller, and game, well, that just leaves the TV. And it's incredible to see officially printed LEGO tiles of Goomba, the question mark block, the power-up mushroom, so many different printed elements in here, including Mario himself. And seeing it all come together has been absolutely fantastic. So what you do is you take the crank that's on the right side of the television and you see yourself going through an entire area of a Super Mario level. Now, there's plenty of customization options here. They do give you a couple of extra tiles with the printed Goomba, the Mushroom, the Koopa, etc. So you can move things around the way that you really want to, but the way it's designed out of the box right here is meant to sync up really well with the additional LEGO Super Mario starter course that you can get separately, but I'll talk about that in a second. The mechanics of how this works are pretty intense, and I definitely messed it up once or twice, so make sure you're really paying attention while you're putting all of this together. There's a lot of details you could miss with this, but it's a really rewarding build once you put everything together, and it works ever so flawlessly once you get everything together. You can even adjust the knob for the channel on the right side there, and it does make a little clicking noise as if you were scrolling through the channels, or if you wanted to adjust the color or the, I don't know what those other labels do. Oh man, I'm showing how young I am. I'm sorry. Hey, if this were a Zenith TV from the 90s, I would do just fine, okay? That was my era. And even LEGO is aware of how low-tech it is because it shows the low-tech at the very bottom of the TV. That, along with all the details you see on the television, are printed pieces as well. And now you could take the TV off of the stand if you really wanted to. The stand does not connect into the TV at all. It kind of just rests on there. So while you're cranking through your level, you need to have one hand on the TV as you're cranking through. That way the stand doesn't accidentally crack under the weight of your hand pressing down on the TV, or just happens to fall off the stand, or just don't use the stand at all. And now this is the moment where it all comes together. Your favorite Italian plumber can be plopped on top of the television and can read the specially stickered tile that comes in this set. And then the Super Mario Bros. Theme starts. And as you crank on the side of the TV, the 8-bit Mario moves across the TV screen and interacts in real time with everything displayed on the television. Everything from the various Koopa shells to the Super Mushroom, Goomba, etc. It all works so seamlessly. And I don't want to say that it brought a tear to my eye as I was putting all this together, but that was a moment when it all clicked for me. As somebody who absolutely loves LEGO and Nintendo, and finally seeing everything come together, I was so blown away at the level of detail that came into this set and seeing it all come together. I know a lot of you out there are really looking for minifigure scale LEGO Super Mario sets and would have preferred a minifigure Mario over this digital incarnation of the plumber, but a minifigure Mario would not have been able to pull off what is going on here. And if it's within your budget to go and spend the extra $60 to mess around with the Mario from the starter course and potentially plop him on top of the TV, I don't want to say that $60 is worth it just for those extra couple of minutes of interactivity there, but it's definitely a magical moment, at least for me. Seeing it all come together has been absolutely amazing. That is a comparison of the Nintendo Entertainment System in LEGO form compared to its older brother in plastic and computer form. I cannot wait to see what Nintendo and LEGO will come up with next. I have full confidence that if you get this set, you will thoroughly enjoy every single second of this build, not only from a comprehensive LEGO building standpoint, but going back in time and reminiscing a little bit of your childhood. And if you happen to have a son or daughter that loves the LEGO Super Mario Starter Course, putting that digital Mario on top of the TV as you crank through the Mario level that reminds you of your childhood, it's definitely going to be something special. So go out and get this set if you want to. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed my overview and comparison of the console. My name has been Brian Saviano, here for Beyond the Brick, and I hope to see you again next time for whatever LEGO and Nintendo pop out next. See you later. Bye.